Yay, I want to pitch in by that. Woo! Hey everybody, I'm live from the Maldives. It is my last day here in the beautiful Maldives, so I thought I would do a Facebook Live. Actually on a local island at the moment, which is obviously different from the resort islands that a lot of people usually go to in the Maldives, which I also did go to. So I'm just going to show you guys like a little bit around the local island. So it's so beautiful. You wouldn't even know that it's not one of the resort islands. So you can see like Indian Ocean behind me, the most beautiful colours and ocean. And one of the benefits of being on a local island is it's a lot cheaper than the resort islands, and this is where you get a look of the real Maldives behind all the chain hotels. So this is like where actual Maldivians live on these islands, and more tourists are beginning to come to local islands because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot more affordable. I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses on, it's too bright. It's a lot more affordable way to travel to the Maldives is to come on one of these islands. So I am on Fulidhoo, which I am saying wrong because I've not been able to say it right the whole trip, but I'm gonna tag it up here, and all my last photos have been tagged here, so you can check out how to get here. Obviously I'll be writing a post on it and everything, but it's like an hour and a half from, no sorry, like an hour from Malé, which is the capital of Maldives. And an average like accommodation here on this beautiful island is around $60 US a night. And as you can see, it's just the picture perfect paradise that you see in all of the photos, just without a price tag. Another great thing about local islands is you get the local food. So you get like the local Maldivian food, which is like curries, like rice, lots and lots of fish, which is usually caught from the local fishermen. So you're supporting local communities, local fishermen, and that another great point, great advantage of the local islands is you are supporting the local Maldivians, who unless they work at one of these really big resorts, don't kind of get that sort of money. So it's really great to support local businesses. I'm here supporting a Girls That Scuba dive centre. So Adele and her husband Ali have started the first dive centre on Fulidhoo, called Fulidhoo Dive and Water Sport. I'm going to take you there now. And they get to dive in this beautiful ocean every day, and this is where we saw the manta rays. Just did a dive this morning, loads and loads of sharks, which you guys all know I love, and just really good diving. I'll talk about that later. These are like the local traditional chairs. Like, how cool are these? I'm going to try and sit in one, but they're quite hard to sit in because I'm not a small Maldivian girl. Oh, there we go. So they're like little, they're equivalent of the hammocks, I guess. Look how cute they are. And then obviously they're out onto this beautiful ocean. Anyway, so I'm going to show you guys the dive centre. Right, it's pretty small, but it's really cute. This is the hotel that we're staying at, which is called the Kinam Retreat. And this is the dive centre. Look how cute it is. It's like one of those like English beach huts. Fulidhoo dive. Just a standard dive centre, but this is who we've been diving with for the last 5 days. And as I said, yeah, so Adele, who owns the dive centre, is one of the girls in Girls That Scuba, who invited me over to come and dive with her. So I'm diving with her and her husband in the, I think it's called the Vavol Atoll. There's like 27 or 26 atolls in the Maldives, and there's like thousands or maybe 1,000 islands, and each atoll like offers different scuba diving. This atoll here is really famous for diving with nurse sharks. So we managed to dive with like maybe like 20 or 30 nurse sharks at night the other night, and then also white tip and grey reef sharks, which is really cool. Got loads of them this morning, and then manta rays too. And then I'm just going to show you like a little bit more around the local island. So obviously it's nothing like the building infrastructure wise is nothing like these resorty islands, but like it's still got its own like quirky charm. There's only like 200 people that live on this island. Yes, I will provide a location. I wonder how I can do that like live. I don't know, but it's called Fulidhoo, Fulidhoo. But if you just look at all my last posts, actually, the location's on there, and all my Instagrams as well. But definitely I'll be telling you guys more about Fulidhoo and the local islands. Yeah, this is the hotel we're staying at, so it's still a really nice hotel, and it was like, I think it's $100 a night, $100 US a night, with breakfast, and they give you like snorkelling gear, and it's right on the beach here. So that's a really good thing about staying on the local islands, is a lot cheaper. You can actually like come to the Maldives on a budget. You can, like, if you stayed at a guest house, it would probably be like 60 US a night, just like 45 English pounds, for your own private room. And then like it's about $5 to eat out for a meal, like a really nice curry or rice, or noodles. And then you obviously, this is free. I mean, look at it. It's like the best free activity in the world. Look at the ocean. But you're probably going to want to go on some scuba diving. You're definitely going to want to go scuba diving. You can get like scuba trips or like snorkel trips for like 40 US. And then at night you always see the stingrays here in this water. Probably find one if we looked hard enough, but can't really get in on the phone. So there's the other side of Fulidhoo. I'm definitely saying this wrong, guys. Adele's going to probably be laughing at me when she watches this. But you know, I don't know, I just can't pronounce the island. Sorry, I'm trying to take my sunglasses off so you can actually see me, but it's very bright. So it's actually my last day here today, and my last day in the Maldives. I leave tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I am flying back to the UK. So it's going to be such a dramatic change from, you know, being in a dress in the Maldives, this beautiful weather, to going back to grey, rainy England. But it's fine because I'm not there for long. Got lots more travel plans coming up, and I actually need to get some work done, so that's fine. I mean, look at this ocean. It's just like, it's like a postcard. And we're just on Facebook Live. This is not like filtered or edited or anything. That's also another great thing about all my photos from the Maldives. It's like they don't even need to be edited because it is this beautiful. I'm going to try and read your comments in this glare of the sun. So excuse me a second. Where do you come from in the UK? Hastings, which is East Sussex, which is by the coast. So we have a beach. No, we don't. We have like a stony beach. And it's on the ocean. Nothing like this day, look. Oh, so freaking beautiful. Yeah, comment any questions you have about like local islands in the Maldives. I'm definitely going to be writing a post about coming to the Maldives on a budget, because it is actually accessible to everybody. I think that it just has a reputation of you have to have a lot of money to come to the Maldives, but you definitely don't. Of course, if you want to go to one of the luxury resorts, then that's quite a lot of money. And I was lucky enough to go to one of the 5-star luxury resorts for 3 days at the beginning of the ship, and it's unbelievable. Like, oh, to have experience like that is just insane. But I have to be honest, I do prefer the local island because everything's like authentic. You're with like the local people, eating the local food, and you have access to the ocean that is like untouched, because a lot of the resorts end up kind of building a channel through the ocean, so I'm going to sit in the shade, building a channel through the ocean so they can kind of like get their boats to and from, but on the local islands obviously it's just completely natural, so like none of the reefs are broken, and oh look at that spot. And yeah, the ocean is just untouched and you don't even see anyone else on your dives. Cool, I lived in London and Canterbury. Yay! I like London. I like Canterbury too. Yeah, so I definitely have. So I went to a luxury resort the first few days, and then like a budget luxury, I guess. Is that what it's called? Kind of like mid-range, but like budget resort still. Another island for the second 2 days, and then I've been on local island for 5 days, and yeah, local island has definitely been my favourite. The scuba diving's been absolutely amazing, and all of the sharks, and so many sharks, which makes me really happy, and manta rays and lots of dolphins, turtles, like everything. Like they saw whale sharks yesterday as well, but we went on a different ship. There's a dive centre behind me. You guys definitely have to check out Fulidhoo dive and water sports, and actually you guys have to check out this island. Like I think that this is the place I would recommend coming, because you can just fly into Male, and it's actually quite cheap to fly into Male. Like even from England it's like £500, so you can fly on Qatar Airways. Yeah, you can get like deals for like £500, and then you can get a speedboat from Male to I can't remember there's a name, Malfishy something, and then a boat to here. You can get direct boat, I think it's like $25 to get like a direct boat to this island, and then you're here, and then you're living the luxury like this, but you're not paying for that luxury price tag, you know. So I reckon you could budget yourself $100 a day, based on 2 people sharing, and then you could get like a nice hotel, like the hotel I'm in, and you can get your meals each day, and just make sure you bring a mask and some fins. Well, you don't even have to bring a mask and fins actually, because the hotel offers it, gives it for free, and then you can just like live in this luxury on like $100 a day, like definitely. Which is really, really cool. So there's no need to go for these luxury resorts if you can't afford it. But if you can afford the luxury resorts, you definitely have to check out Anatara Resort, which I nearly finished my blog post on that actually, which is like the luxury one that I was at for the first 3 days, where I was in that like glass kayak, and yeah, like I'm sure you guys have seen the Instagram pictures, and it was just like unbelievable, so amazing. But for me, like, what I love the most is scuba diving and those like really cool island vibes. So also just to let you know, like Maldives is a Muslim country, like 100% Muslim country. So the local islands, there's no alcohol. So you can't drink alcohol, you can't buy alcohol. So yeah, like I guess that might be a problem if you really want to drink, but it's like really not a problem at all. It's actually been really great, because like after a day diving you can just like chill out at the hotel, like watch the sunset, walk along the beach. You can walk around the whole island in like 20 minutes, and then get like an early night and start your day early in the morning again. So I really like that. So yeah, there's no alcohol. Yeah, like there is also like bikini beaches, so for the tourists, if you want to get in your bikini, you would have to go to like one of the bikini beaches, because the Maldivians aren't allowed to be in their bikinis. But other than that, there's really like nothing else different between local islands and the resort islands. Basically, I'd just say it's the alcohol. So here's some of the local guys just chilling. I really like those little hammock seats. I had to go in the because it's so hot. So what is it, November? It is November, isn't it? I think so, yeah. So it's November and it's about 32, I guess. I'm guessing, it might not be. It's hot. The water temperature is like 29 degrees, which for me is the most important temperature. And so for those scuba divers, out there. Look at this view. Look, it's just like absolute paradise. I'm just on Facebook Live. Anyway, yeah, so I brought a 5mm wetsuit with me, mainly because I got a new wetsuit and it's really cool and I just wanted to wear it, but it was just the worst decision because I wore it once and I was like actually hot underwater. So from then on I just would like borrow the Dye Centre's wetsuits, which are like shorties, or just wear like leggings and a rash vest or swimsuit. I'm just going to read some more comments while I'm in the shade. What's the island name, please? So it's Fulidhoo, but I'm definitely saying it like not as the locals would say it. But it's I'm just looking at the sign now, Fulidhoo. But I will definitely put that in like comments, or you guys can just check out my last posts actually. Come over and visit Qatar. Ooh, I would love to, definitely. I followed your Egypt video, it's really cool. Yay, thank you so much. I definitely was planning to do a video of the Maldives. Let me guys know if you would like a video of the Maldives. I can probably put a video together. I did do like a little introduction, but I don't know, just get like swept away with all scuba diving. But I would like to do, and I also really need to do a video on Jordan, which is where I was before I was in the Maldives. Because I went to Petra again and Wadi Rum and like all the fun stuff in Jordan, and I actually do want to do like a 10 things video like the one I did for Egypt but for Jordan. So I think that's also quite important to say how amazing Jordan is. But we're in the Maldives, and the Maldives is one of the most amazing places in the world, and a lot of people think that it's not kind of accessible for them and they can't afford to come to the Maldives, and I'm definitely here to say that is like completely not true. I'm going to sit in this thing. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, because you can come to Maldives on a complete budget, like an actual budget, and like some of the scuba diving, well no, the scuba diving is actually now cheaper than scuba diving in Thailand, which I think is crazy. Like Thailand is always known for like being the cheapest place to do your dive master and your scuba diving and everything, and it is actually cheaper to do your dive master on this island than it is to do it in Thailand, which is crazy. So if any of you guys want to do your dive master, come and do it in the Maldives, in Fulidhoo with these guys. I think it's like $900 or something. It's so cheap to do it here, and you get to live in the Maldives and you get to dive in one of the best dive destinations in the world, because Thailand sucks for diving, sorry. Oh, I can't try to look at it. What's the best time of year to visit weather-wise? So I've been to Maldives twice, and like funnily enough, both times in November, and I think it's like perfect because I don't like really hot weather. So I think it's a really, really good time to visit now. And also like the plankton in the ocean at the moment is like super, super rich. I don't know if that's because of the time of year or anything, but it's amazing. So there's whale sharks and manta rays everywhere. I think they saw like 8 whale sharks yesterday. We saw manta rays while diving and like snorkelling, and actually like we even saw them like, I think we saw them like 3 times, like different pods of manta rays, is that what we call them. And like the last time we like didn't even stop, we were just like looking on the boat because like they're just everywhere. It's so cool. So best times weather-wise, well, I think it's rained twice in the evening since we've been here. So yeah, I think November's a pretty good time to come. And to be honest, like if you want a bit of, you're from the UK and you want a bit of winter sun, I think the Maldives is a great place to come, like in our winter, in England's winter, because even if it does rain, I think it is actually supposedly rainy season at the moment. But like, yeah, it's rained twice. So I'm totally fine with coming in rainy season. If you want it like really, really, really hot and like completely dry, then I guess it's the same, like June, July. But I do know the best times for scuba diving is to come in April, May. So I really want to come back. I've already decided that I want to come back for like a month and just like hit up all of the best like dive locations in the Maldives. So if any of you guys are from the Maldives, it's been really cool actually, like you guys messaging me saying that you're from the Maldives, so it's really nice to have some like Maldivian followers because you guys are the best. So yeah, if you like know any like dive destinations around the Maldives, I'd love to come. I miss the British accent. Yeah, I always forget that like a lot of you guys aren't even from England, so you find my accent really funny. Looks amazing. How is it for snorkeling? Also, how long do you need if you want to do scuba for the first time and take the paddy course? It's absolutely amazing for snorkeling. Like, I would go as far to say that it is as good as the scuba diving. The only advantage of the scuba, not the only advantage, but one of the advantages of scuba diving here is you can see like more of the like rarer sharks, and there's some hammerhead dives, and just seeing like some of the sharks that you wouldn't really see on the surface. So that's the benefit of scuba diving. But the snorkeling here is insane. Like, you can snorkel with whale sharks, you can snorkel with manta rays, and you can just do that sometimes like just off the island. Like today, like let me take you around. Like, you see this like greeny bit of water, like, and then there's like darker bit there. Like, there was manta rays there today. On the beach at that end, like that far beach there was eagle rays, and even like on the jetty, on the jetty, which is just like there. Look at my shark ring, by the way. How cool is that? There's always stingrays. Like, every night there's stingrays. So yeah, the snorkeling is amazing. And what was your question? How long do you need to take your paddy course? Well, if you just want to do your, I'm just going to sit on the ground. I feel like I move a lot when I'm doing these. So if you just want to do your open water, it will take 4 days. So you can come and you can do that here, which is actually also like really surprisingly another cheap place to do it. And like, I'm really gonna push like for scuba divers to come here and do their courses, because it is, as I keep saying, like, it's cheaper than Thailand now, which like blows my mind, because Thailand's become like super popular for people coming to do their courses, because it's like the backpackers route. But like, if you're already in Asia, like, you can get flights from Thailand to Maldives for like $70, and then when you're in the Maldives, you just get the boat over to like one of these local islands, this island I would say, and then you can do your courses for like so much cheaper, which I think is amazing. And also, like, it's just like, it doesn't even compare to like the diving in Thailand. Like, I don't know, why would you go to Thailand if you can't come to the Maldives? So yeah, that will take you like 4 days if you want to do the open water course. If you want to just do like a discovery scuba diver, like that, your first dive, then you can just do that in 1 day. The guys here will teach you like the basics, and you're gonna love it, and then you're gonna do your course. So yeah, but if anyone out there is looking to do their dive master, you can do it with these guys for like $900. And you can like stay here for a month. You have to get your own accommodation, but you can just like stay on the island and go to like all the different islands around. And yeah, like, I was like really surprised and really happy to hear of like how cheap it is over here. And I really think that Maldives is like completely up in its game when it comes to budget travel now. And when I say budget travel, I think it just means it's like accessible to like a lot more people. Like, if like, honestly, if you want to go to resorts, like, you need a budget. You need to spend like $1,000 a day, maybe even more than that actually, if you want like a nice room. I think like maybe $1,800 to $2,000 a day, whereas if you come to one of these local islands, it's like $100 a day. But then again, like, it completely depends on like what you're looking for. If you like the luxury, then I definitely also recommend coming here. But if you like cheap and you still want to get like all of those Maldives vibes, then come to the local island, because I'm just like chilling by this tree, and there's only 200 people that live on this island, which is super cool. So you can walk around and just like get to know everyone if you're here for like longer than a few days. And there's like 2 restaurants on the island. But actually there's loads of tourists that come through. It's a really famous place for diving with the nurse sharks. So nurse sharks don't bite, nor do any sharks, but you know, nurse sharks are like super friendly and just like totally chilled, so you can really like interact with them just by swimming by, and they'll swim by you and they come really close to you. Like, obviously you don't touch any marine life, but they will just come like really close to you, and you can kind of like look in their eye, and it's a really beautiful and amazing experience. And that's what it's really famous for, this atoll, which again I can't pronounce it. I think it's like the valve something atoll. You look gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I just had a nap. So yeah, I'm actually leaving the Maldives today. Well, tomorrow morning, so I'm heading back to Male on the 2 o'clock ferry, which I think it's like 1:30 now, so leaving quite soon. So yeah, I just really wanted to like show you guys the local island, show you Fulidhoo, which I'm gonna write down after this, see if you guys had any questions about the Maldives, and I'm definitely gonna be writing lots and lots more about it, but really just wanted to show you the local island and let you know that it is accessible for like a lot of other people, like a lot of budget travellers nowadays. I'll just answer like the last few questions. Is it fine, safe, affordable to travel alone? Of course. Have you read any of my blogs? Yeah, I think that I'm the biggest advocate for solo travel around the world, and I don't think Maldives has ever been considered dangerous. And it's a beautiful country and everyone here is really friendly, so yeah, absolutely, it's fine. Looking forward to your blog. Thank you. Okay, cool. I am gonna go and try and catch my ferry to Male now, and whoa, look at that. I'll give you one last look at the beautiful island. There we go. Oh, in the Maldives, you mean? Yes, it's absolutely safe to travel the Maldives alone. Yeah, so if you have any questions, like keep commenting and I'll definitely answer them. But I guess the next time I'll see you guys is in England. Can't wait. Okay, see you all soon. Bye.